Hello everyone, it's me, Lucky Explosion, and I would personally want to say welcome back to another episode of The Lucky Show, the show where I, Lucky Explosion, talk about personal preferences, movies, games, reviews, basically anything that I feel like talking about today, whether or not it be in the mood. So, we've managed to reach to episode 2 of The Lucky Show, which honestly is actually still a little bit of a slow growing, but it's still something nonetheless. And I would like to go ahead and state right now that originally I had plans to upload something that wasn't Lucky Show related a few days ago. However, I've been having issues with trying to get that video done because of my recording software. It was going to be a gameplay video. So that has to be put on hold until I get done with this episode, which I'm. So, yeah. But either way, I personally am very happy to be back for the second episode, even though I'm now dealing with school and whatnot. I am very much pleased and happy to be back here on YouTube once again. And let's just go ahead and get into this topic right now. Because honestly, I feel like the topic that I'm bringing up today is something that a ton of people themselves would want to bring up and talk about. Because there's always been this sort of phase that some people seem to go through whenever it comes to a certain kind of story, TV show, or basically something that's happened in their life. We've all been through our own phases. We've grown through our childhood phase, we've grown past our teenager phase to eventually being matured enough, or if you're, more matured enough to become adults. And honestly, that's something very much impressive for many people. Me, of course, I have had my fair share of having to deal with certain phases in my life, and the most prominent one that I feel like that elaborated more on my growing into being more creative when it came to things like writing and stuff is my total drama phase. Now, I feel like the moment I said total drama, a ton of you probably got a ton of nostalgia. Because right now, not a lot of people can really say that they remember Total Drama. Although I will say this, Total Drama still has a very big fan base and people are still talking about it and making videos about it to this day. Yet despite it being in a current state where it's not really the shining star that it used to be. Basically, what I'm saying is that Total Drama was truly a very amazing show that I, for one, I loved very much as a kid. I would always watch Total Drama Island many years ago whenever I could. I would watch Total Drama Action, World Tour, All Stars, Revenge of the Island. I watched all of them, including the Redonkulous Race, despite the fact that they didn't bring back Chris, which is mean. But anyways, and during my entire time of, liking Total Drama, there was a certain point where I was so obsessed with it that I would practically I would do this kind of thing where I would have a notebook with me. A notebook that contained a ton and where I would write my own Total Drama shows. Essentially sort of like my own kind of stories that I would try to create. I would use made-up characters like Sonic or Mario characters, or sometimes even original characters that me and my sister would come up with, and sort of create my own kind of style of total drama, where I would make up challenges, make up the characters and their personalities and every single situation that they've had to go through, and also, you know, acting out as a host. And honestly, while this may sound like something that I wouldn't really do for a long time, I kept with it through a majority of my years in middle school, which was the prominent year where I was 100% very much liked about Total Drama. And honestly, I feel like that because of that sort of obsession that I obtained, it truly assisted me with allowing me to utilize my brain and creating more creative ideas that I now utilize today for certain stories that I am writing and sort of creativeness when it comes to creating new original characters or fan characters that I create myself. It's it's honestly something very like nostalgic to really think about when a certain show makes it so that you obtain more creativity and potential because of how much you enjoy it and really want to put your own ideas into it, because that's how fan fictions and all those like ideas related come to be. But there's never really truly been a show that stood that much to me than Total Drama. Because to me, Total Drama was more than just a show about some cartoon characters battling it out whilst trying to win $1 million. I was more hooked on the fact that the show itself was filled with personality, all from the host Chris McLean to even the tiniest bits of details to the other characters. Now, I've always loved Chris, and of course, now that I've learned that he has become quite a bit of a maniac, it's quite understandable why he wasn't brought into some of the other later seasons or like the later last two seasons. But either way, Chris has basically become the icon of total drama. And honestly, that's quite a surprising feat because there wasn't really much of a sort of like total drama could have easily failed. Because let's be honest, the reality show craze hasn't really gone ahead and kept itself alive for the most part. Even nowadays, I don't really see or really hear about a ton of reality shows that get a lot of praise for being amazing. That may just me, that may just may be me not really hearing anything about it for the most part. But either way, I still consider myself to really have enjoyed the show. Not because of the whole reality show concept, but because once again, personality, the characters, and honestly, how it was possible for Total Drama to keep itself active like this throughout the many years that it's been aired. We've had amazing like seasons, all the way from Total Drama the original, all the way to like to the very end of Total Drama All Stars. Of course, we don't really count Pockettail Island because I don't really see how people really like that one. But just personal opinion, I guess. But either way, when it really came to thinking about it, this show has had such an impact on me. Like I said before, it made such an impact on me that I really wanted to create my own ideas or attempted seasons for this show. And I dawdled on this for literally years, even getting some friends to pitch in with it, me and my sister doing it sometimes, and honestly, it was something that was very surprising to me. Like, here it was, my first ever actual instance of creating something original that was based off a bit of inspiration, all myself, and even completing multiple seasons with different winners of every kind. Of course, me being a little bit biased, of course, I would sometimes, get rid of characters that weren't exactly 100% keen with me, so that was kind of my fault for doing that. But either way, it was truly something creative and inspiring for me, because now that I look back at it, this was the main starting point of me actually becoming as creative as I am now. Because back then, I wasn't really much of a writer or really a guy that would utilize his mind power too much. I was mainly just someone that enjoyed just learning and stuff. I would just enjoy learning science, history, or I was starting to learn, or I was starting to like history more than science. But either way, it was it was something unexpected to be honest. Like I was never really expecting for Total Drama to become a show that I would consider a childhood favorite of mine. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's truly an amazing show, and honestly, it's a bit sad to see the current state that it's in, being dragged a little bit with the whole making everyone a child because why not? But either way, Total Drama has truly shown itself to be something that could very much keep itself alive Not because of what kind of different weird ideas the people who are working behind the show now have, but because of the fan base that is still alive, the people who still have great amounts of inspiration and ideas to go ahead and continuously talk about the show. And honestly, it's really just amazing to know that people are still caring about Total Drama. Because the massive impact that this show has had on me has truly showcased itself to become a show that was 100% very viable and very powerful. And honestly speaking, this show is really something that honestly it's just really become quite a mark on my memory. So, real quick, before I continue talking, why don't we just go ahead and listen to that theme song one more time real quick, just to get a bit of nostalgia going.
Your mom and dad, I'm doing fine. You guys are on my mind. You asked me what I wanted to be, and now I think the answer is plain to see. I wanna be famous. I wanna live close to the sun. I'll pack your bags cause I've already won. Everything to prove, nothing in my way. I'll get there one day. Cause I wanna be famous. Na 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 na. I wanna be famous. I wanna be famous.
So, as far as you can see, Total Drama has indeed had quite a whole lot when it really came to how it truly came to be with its amazing characters, certain type of flow that the show itself had, and just the great amount of ability that it had to really just bring people in and to make it so that it like stood out from any real kind of reality show that had been created, because honest to god, this must have been the first show that was ever really created with the form of animation that was also a reality show. So it's honestly quite surprising that so many people really enjoyed this show despite a ton of what it looked like to be certain issues with it. I mean, I know a lot of people, there are some people that never really could have gotten into Total Drama, like my best friend. But just even despite all of that, a ton of people still really enjoy Total Drama. So, to really go ahead and try and emphasize exactly what it was or how it really felt like to experience this kind of event, or really to, because I want you guys to understand how it really felt or how exactly I was during that phase of mine. So I've gotten the kind of expert help of getting one of my best friends, who's also trying to be a YouTuber, to assist me with this by talking a little bit about the phase, talking about how I was. We got into a Discord call and we went ahead and talked about this for a good 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and allow him to try and further explain this better, so that way you all can kind of get into a more understanding of what this phase kind of is, because I know some of you might still be a little bit confused. So let's go ahead and let my good friend Jake take over for me. Alright, welcome, Mr. Ramen Boy, to the Lucky Show.
Yes.
I am very happy for you to
Hello.
be here. You are one of my
Thank
best
you.
friends, aren't you, right? Yeah? Like, we've been friends for like
Yes.
over,
Thank you.
like, how long was it again? Like 7?
Fifth grade, bro. Fifth grade.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, see, he knows me very well. Okay, so, you know why I brought you here today, right?
Kinda. We're gonna talk about an odd stage of your life.
Yes,
Again.
we are. We are talking
Yeah.
about my total drama phase, boy. Yeah, you remember that?
Oh god, not that one.
Okay, come on, it wasn't that bad of a memory. I mean, seriously. Like, oh,
Please,
come on.
the trauma.
It was not.
Someone send help.
This man does not have PTSD. Do not call the police.
This is a cry for help.
You better shush up before I come over there.
Okay.
Anyways.
Anyway.
So, you remember a whole lot more. The only reason I'm asking you about this is because you're technically the only real person that's ever had to deal with it, except for somebody else, but he's not really around with us anymore, so.
Yeah, don't worry, he didn't die.
Yeah, he's not dead.
Doesn't
All right.
live here
We didn't
anymore.
do anything to him. He just left. He left. Okay. That we're leaving it at that.
He was like, I don't want to live down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So-
yes, I remember the total drama phrase.
Okay, and you were even
Nope.
like you were even a part of it at some point, weren't you? Like you actually were the one that gave me an idea for something from the notebook thing.
I participated, but I did not think it'd go as far as it did.
It went really far. So like to really go ahead and set the stage, we gotta go back to when like it was first starting and you first even realized. Like, do you remember the moment when I first told you about this?
About 6th or 7th grade, we were probably sitting in math class. You
Uh-huh.
sat down beside me, you're like, bro, look at this. Total Drama Island? I love it. I want to do it, but with our favorite character. I was like, okay. And I hopped in on the fun, and then the notebook came.
Yeah, and then the notebook came. As soon as I showed you the notebook and everything, and you were just like, whoa.
Yeah. He was pretty odd at that. I mean, like, to the point where he carried the notebook with him everywhere. Gym class.
Yeah, it's like
He
everywhere.
carried it to the bathroom. Not to the bathroom, of course, 'cause he's not that mentally unstable.
Hey,
But, gym class, band class.
basically, like a whole lot of the
history
classes. Yeah, I took it everywhere with me because I never knew. Like, I always wanted to make sure, like, if there was ever another idea for another total drama thing I could do, I would always have it with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you were the one that even gave me the idea for like what I should do for my own anniversary total drama thing. Like, you.
Boy, I did.
Yeah, I remember it. Like I was asking you about like what I should do for like my own, like I was doing like this stupid thing for like an anniversary for my own total drama seasons, and you were just like and I asked you to give me like an entire list of characters, and you gave me
Oh,
an entire
God.
list of characters that I had no idea who they were, but I did my best to give them all a chance. I don't even know if I finished that. I like
It was
being
probably
like.
one of them was probably Master Chief, because of course.
Definitely
I love
Master
Halo.
Chief. You put like there were a couple of Skylander characters, I think.
Oh God, don't even.
Borderlands, I think. You even added like a couple.
Borderlands is beautiful. Those Borderlands was probably Handsome Jack or Zero.
Yeah. No, it was Zero. I don't think I remember Handsome
Zero?
Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Probably before I fell in love with him.
yeah, but that was the thing though. Like you knew a lot about those characters. Meanwhile, I'm over here just like, all right, I gotta figure out who these people are. And even then, I was being stupid and I didn't figure out who they were. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead.
Gonna make them lose.
I'm just gonna do whatever I can to make this interesting. So I did. And then at this point, I don't even remember if I finished that. Like, being honest.
Probably. You have to find the notebook and search through it.
Wait,
Just to have it.
I've lost the notebook. I lost it, like, at some point when we were, like, I lost it probably, like, in gym class. Like, when I went to go check again, it was just gone. So I think one of the janitors or somebody must have grabbed it. So being honest,
I mean, yeah, the notebook was kind of beat up.
come on.
And
Like, I
pages were
understand.
falling out.
Hey, it wasn't
the cover
that
was
bad.
coming off.
Hey, a notebook is if it still has the function of a notebook, then it is not broken. All right, let it be known for that much. But I mean,
If you say so.
but I mean, but I mean, seriously, when it really comes to go ahead and talking about this, like, would you say that my creativity has increased for when it came to me actually going ahead and having this phase?
No, your creativity's still the same. You still use notebooks.
Hey, I use Google Docs nowadays, to be honest.
Oh, sorry.
But I still got but I still have a notebook. Also, this notebook right here that I have, cover is gone. It has no more of a cover, and the pages are ripping out so much.
God.
This one is
What was in
literally.
that notebook?
I wrote down Bible deaths.
Oh, that notebook. I remember you brought that notebook to school, and I read through it, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
Pages and pages of Bible deaths.
Yeah, I reached like a really weird number. Don't question what I was doing with that.
He has pages and pages of pasta.
No, no pasta.
Oh,
No pasta.
oh.
You like ramen. You're the ramen dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Get
I
your
am
stuff
right.
together, boy. Okay.
I have mountains of ramen. I almost said pasta.
Okay, so to finalize this, I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and you
Oh
got to give
god.
me the best answers that revolve around this phase. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So first question: would you say that I have gotten more or less more insane or less insane after I got done with
More,
that?
more, more,
Okay, yeah,
more.
I kind of expected that one. All right, second question. Would you say that I became a much more interesting person after the phase or during the phase?
After.
After. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Third question. Would you say that what is your entire opinion on total drama itself?
I have never seen Total Drama, so I really don't have an opinion on it.
But from what you've
But
from what you had to deal with me and from what you have at
but
least
from what,
seen.
yeah, from the trauma you put me through, I do not think I will ever watch Total Drama. Any other series, Islands, Baby one, I don't care. I'm not watching any of it.
I
You
mean,
gave me too
look,
much
being honest, like
PTSD.
I don't think like a lot of people are saying that they do not like the baby version because it's just bad. Like, honestly,
Well, I will never watch anything Total Drama, and it is your fault.
don't blame me, all right? Blame yourself for wanting to stick around me.
Well, I mean, you were my only friend, so it was either I was alone or I had a friend. So
Oh, don't make this sad now, please.
I am sad.
Okay, well, I think that if there's nothing else that you want to comment or say, real quick.
Um, uh, uh, if you care, subscribe to my channel, which isn't even alive yet. Hooray! Plugging myself. Follow me on Twitter.
Do you even have? Wait, oh yeah, you have a Twitter. What the heck is the name of your Twitter?
It should be Jake the Thick, but it's probably not Jake the Thick because I have like 2 different Twitter accounts and I don't remember the password to one of them.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Follow Jake the Thick on Twitter.
So thank you very much, Mr. Ramen, for joining me today. It was quite a pleasure to have to deal with this. It's a very big thank you, and of course, a very amazing job for you assisting me with talking about this further, because you're really the only other person I could actually talk about with this. And I hope you feel better and get some sleep. God damn it.
Uh,
So, to finalize today's video, I want to go ahead and say very clearly that Total Drama has 100% had very much drastic amount of change in my life. As you can tell from my interview with my best friend, to me also talking about this, Total Drama has had a massive amount of an impact on many people's lives, including ones that, for the most part, while they may not have seen the show, they have had people tell them about it, or have had to endure moments like how my friend has had to endure my moments with going ahead and enjoying the show. And while I may understand that many people may not have enjoyed it at all, or have never had the chance to watch it, there is still chances for you to go back and enjoy the nostalgic that a lot of people, including me, were happy to enjoy and love about. Because ever since they have announced that a new potential chance of a reboot, or the new reboot that's coming out, that will include our good old host of Chef and Chris with a whole new cast of the old and potentially so-called newer generation, it seems like we're probably gonna have a new reboot of the show, but with a little bit of a twist. Probably another all-star kind of situation. And hopefully we can go ahead and enjoy the new nostalgicness that it had. Will it have the potential of regaining its popularity and glory like it did before? Possibly. But that's really only if the people that are currently working on this new season actually know what the people want from a new kind of season. because the older Total Drama seasons, except for Pockettail Island and maybe All Stars, had their own real ways of charm when it came to humor, personality, and everything. So if they're capable of bringing that back in a nostalgic way that makes us reminiscent of the good days of the older seasons, then I for one will be 100% on board with this reboot and will be 100% happy with how it turns out. So to really finalize today's episode, I just want to go ahead and say a very big thank you to my best friend who allowed for me to do this interview for him. He's been dealing with a lot of issues, including me. This episode of The Lucky Show has taken a long time to make, mainly because of school, other issues, and a potential virus thing that I had to take care of. But without going into detail on any of that, I'm just happy that I managed to get this episode out so that all of you can enjoy it, even during which we are still in this trying time. I'm just excited to be able to release this to all of you, and hoping that I can get back to a more decent upload schedule that doesn't include mainly just me having to work on The Lucky Show and then uploading it when the month comes. I will attempt to try and upload something else for this new kind of uploading schedule, but as for now, as long as you all are enjoying it and, giving me a little bit of feedback if you want in the comment section, then I am willing to continue on with this, because honestly, like I said, I never wanted YouTube to be a sure thing. I wanted it to be a sort of side thing while I dealt with more important things. So, once again, if you enjoyed today's episode, I really hope you did, then check out my other episode that happened before this one, and talk in the comment section about Total Drama. If you want to ask me any questions, I'll be willing to answer them. Just don't get too personal or anything along the lines of that. And I really do hope that you guys enjoyed. So, this has been your host, Lucky Explosion, and I hope you all have a very lucky day. Ciao.